Hello everyone, and welcome back to War in the Pacific Admirals Edition. We're here on September 29th, 1943. Just this day plus tomorrow will wrap up our an actual transport. The Grunion got a couple of torpedoes into her. See if we can sink it. But yeah, we're about to wrap up September. Really close, and oops. Oh, I'm sorry. We sank it, but I don't know if anything was on it because I made a mistake. But what I'll try to do is remember this. That's very, I can't promise anything with that. But I'll try to make a point to look at the combat report and review that when this turn is over. The S-37, ooh, with all that, one hit. But look at all these ships. Man, that's a shame. It's a shame we didn't get a torpedo into one of those. Nice. All right. Fuel cargo burn. So this thing's actually carrying something. We get 4 torpedoes off. 2 of them hit. All right. Less oil for him to use wherever he puts it, or wherever he's using it. Heavy industry, ships, whatever. I'm really, really trying to get subs in key areas to strangle Japan. You know, if he gets stuff, if he moves stuff around from base to base outside of Japan, there's only so much I can do. For example, if he's moving stuff from Palembang to Singapore, but I'm really trying to make sure Japan is limited in getting stuff directly there. I was sweeping, basically in my head, I have thoughts that maybe he'll put different fighters covering different areas. And so I thought I would give it a whirl and fly the sweep that you just saw. Okay. It's good that he didn't have any fighters covering this. And one of our, okay, bombing, 100, I'm gonna have to figure out what was going on here because these guys are supposed to be carrying torpedoes and I don't know. I'll have to see what's going on there. And they didn't even drop anything. I didn't see them drop anything. Okay, we've got heavies flying. And they're flying at like 10,000 feet, so probably they'll hit enough to. Put these bases out of commission, make them so that they're untenable. The one time we hit, actually they're at no, they're dropping the bombs from 10,000. Also, it's only 4 because it's extended range. 4 bombs. Sorry, 5 bombs. It's half load because it's extended range. So as soon as I can operate out of either Kandari or any of these bases on Selby's, I will take it for sure. All right, and once again, well, we're in the afternoon. Let's see if we can go. Once again, we're not bombing this hex here. It's a different target, but I like I couldn't bomb Chiang Mai for a couple days, and now I'm not bombing there in Burma. It's like, what is going on here? I don't remember seeing a weather cancellation, so I don't know if there's a weird glitch or bug. All right, let's see if we can get some of these sallies. I wonder if this is an error, but 30 sallies. Let's see how many survive after we shoot down these Oscars. Whoa, 18 sallies were shot down. And then our flag hopefully can take out a couple more. Yeah, one more. I don't know what's gonna happen. Strafing. Yeah, that's not working out for us. All right, I'll go ahead and watch these because really it doesn't take much to. It's not like it takes a long time. There we go. That's right. We have CVEs here with Avengers on them. This might show him that Balikpapan is not optional anymore. All right. One cargo ship is on fire, heavy damage. A couple are sunk, so this third one might sink, but this Kanan Maru is unaffected. Man, once again we didn't bomb. That might be the other cargo ship there at Balikpapan. All right, well, I need my bombers to bomb tomorrow then. Man, that's frustrating. But like I said, I do not remember seeing that there was a weather event causing us to not be able to bomb those ground troops. All right, we're bombarding here with artillery. I do have battleships on the way as well. They should hit it tomorrow, but I'll have to I'll have to confirm here before I do an assault. Man, sorry, I'm just now. This is the third day in a row my bombers didn't fly to bomb ground troops. No, not one bomber, in fact. Like all my bases in Burma were standing down. We did have some sweeps, so there's that. I don't know if sweeps go even if bombers don't. I mm, just not understanding, but I feel like that's a bug. I feel like it's something we've seen before. Though I also don't know the weather patterns. Maybe it's just there's a period in September that's flooded or something. I don't know. All right, we're getting quite a few things here. A lot of support units anyway. Pretty cool. All right, I'm gonna do what I promised, and I pulled up this sub attack near Pagan, where our two torpedoes. We sank this transport, and it had some troops aboard, so that's a nice uh, thing there. We Yeah, I was looking. I mean, there's not really anything to look at, but I was trying to figure out why we didn't bomb here. We did the sweeps here. We didn't sweep here. It's just we tried to bomb this, or again, keyword tried. We have torpedoes. Maybe naval attack torpedoes 5,000. I don't know if do I need to go to 6,000 to use torpedoes? I don't know how this works. Um, Also, I guess we're still training a little bit. That's okay. We'll fill up here. We got pilots. We're okay. But so we bombed these ships here, or tried to. We swept. Yeah, it's just I really don't understand what's going on. But it's very important that we get a bomb in next time because, for example, these guys will be crossing the river in one day, and then we'll be smashing into this uh, sizable force here. It's not as big as ours, but it's big enough to cause a lot of damage, especially if they're entrenched in here. So I'd really like bombers to go. I can't guarantee they will because I just don't know what's keeping them from doing it. Again, I don't remember seeing a weather concern. But we shot down a bunch of aircraft over Changsha. I guess he insists to keep bombing it. And again, I have these fighters here, but I noticed that they weren't as good as I wanted them to be on defense. So I'm still trying to train them. We're at 48 average, and I feel like that might be good enough because he's losing so many pilots. Well, I mean, that's my thought anyway. But these guys have been holding up pretty good so far. Attrition has kind of dwindled as he stopped using his Tojos and to rest them, I guess. So I'm gonna give them a few more days. I'm gonna try to get these American pilots up. We got some more pilots here that I want to move over there at some point. They're still working on their defense, and they're at 48. And then these other guys I want to use are at 47. So we got a lot of training still to go. Um, but let's go back to here. He lost 25 aircraft, and we lost 6. Um, this is way overstated. We shot down 20 Sallies, not 25, and 18 air to air. And then you can see the rest here. Uh, so this will slow him down too a little bit, hopefully. Um, because from personal experience, you can only reinforce 12 aircraft every 6 or 7 days, and then it takes a long time for the engineers and mechanics to get them airborne. So now we lost 3 transport aircraft, of course, 2 bullfighters, of course, because what happens is I thought about this, and you saw me change the elevate altitude to 6,000 because I'm wondering if you do 5,000 or less, being a fighter bomber, it's going to want to strafe and get low. So I'm going to do 6,000 to see if we drop torpedoes instead. P-38H, probably doing some kind of uh, cap duty. But since we're here, I'll try to be real quick, and we'll just jump right into the 30th. I'm still trying to get the oh, where is it? The first Cav division, and get it completely unloaded. And it's going to take a couple more days anyway to unpack. Then we can proceed. I may wait for the whole division, I may not, but we still have a bunch of stuff still on ships. So we'll see. We'll see how quickly we can get it unloaded because we can't dock. There's no there's nothing there's the port is too small. But anyway, we're building it up and we'll make something happen. Anyway, I'm gonna jump off here, but I'll be right back with the 30th. Okay, we're back here. Pardon me. I'm sorry. As I started talking, something jumped up in my throat, I guess. But anyway, we're wrapping up the month here on September 30, 1943. We'll jump into October next, but meanwhile, let's get through this day and see how we do. Well, we're not firing torpedoes. Okay, something's going on. Something's going on over there by Port Blair. What is happening? I do not remember sending any ships up there. Our sub keeps encountering minefield. I don't know if it's ours or theirs. I know the Japanese have also laid a minefield there. Pardon me. But man, I don't know what my ships are doing. I saw some ships flying around. See, we got ships going on up here. What are we? Oh. Yeah, I wanted to sweep mines, and I'll tell you why. This is interesting. I don't know what his group is doing. I'll tell you why I'm sweeping mines, because of our transport ships. Sorry. Oh, okay. So I thought we had a dud and then that was it, but apparently the second torpedo hit and blew it up. Okay, I'm rambling here. The point is, I was trying to get some minesweeping activity at Port Blair because I don't want to lose my sub-transport. Now, it's just a single sub. I mean, if I lose it to a mine, it's fine. It doesn't carry much for me anyway, but it would be nice to keep his minefield minimized. Apparently both sides decided they didn't want to fight there. And today is the day we cross the river there in Burma and fight whatever he's got there. Let's see. Wow, that's a pretty significant bombing run there. Oh man, we're flying too high. No, I didn't think we were. I did have a cap there, but something. Oh, I think I forgot to change the altitude, and we're flying up really high. Man. There are probably multiple turns that I want to kick myself for silly mistakes. That's expensive. I'm gonna have to. There's definitely got some flak here, and we're flying low, so we'll have to just go up a bit higher. All right, this is kind of expected, but he's got bombers here, and I wanted to hit his bombers. So I'm gonna get through this. It's not really a dogfight. So let's see if we can stave off these fights and get in here without too much loss. Well, that's unfortunate. We don't hit any bombers, but we lose a couple. Not ideal. But we still damage the base fairly decently. I swear we are not meant to hit those ground troops in East Burma. It's like a force field there around that hex keeps us from bombing it because we we did we did fly and we went everywhere except for that hex in Burma and Thailand. That's so weird. But there seems to be a bug around um, Pegu also getting supplies there, for example. Oh, here we go. Maybe we'll fly and bomb them after. Got my fingers crossed. Here we go. All right. Whoa, no! Just one group. Man. Man. At least I got something positive going today. Are you kidding me? How do you miss that giant? That's like the size of an aircraft carrier. Man. This is why I gotta send every available sub I can up into this area around Japan. Alright, he's bound to kick me out now, right? 1-1. Yeah, here we go. Let's see. We don't have much in the way of assault value, and he has a lot in the way of assault value. So it's gonna be we're gonna be rejected, or denied, but we're across. 1-7. Wow. Wow. You know, this is so the only thing I can say is I'm not even frustrated our bombers didn't go. I've learned a valuable lesson here. When bombers aren't bombing, keep going and going and going, and then when they start finally going, then you can engage. Wow. Well, I don't even know what to say. I gotta just keep moving on. I mean, it's frustrating. We have more reinforcements coming from Pegu. I'll have to just sit there and build up, get some reinforcements in there. But he shouldn't be able to push us out, but who knows? I mean, that was bad. Bad, bad, bad. I will say for a while, I will keep my aircraft set to bomb that hex, and we will do sweeps as well. All right, so not a perfect day. Well, that's an understatement. It was a bad day, bad. We do have over 1900 assault strength, plus we have everything that's moving here. Um, so we've got another. So we'll have not quite 3,000 AV assault value, but we also have a lot of these troops will be rebuilding. I've everything is turned on to replace. Um, we, our TOE is the 11th East African Division is in really bad shape. Pardon me. Um, and which is probably the best one to be damaged. Although I don't know how much we have in the way of any of this stuff, but particularly African Rifle Squad. We can look real quick, but also while we're here, we can look at air losses, which is very much identical, 12 to 12. Let's look at, let's just, squad name and go to the top. All right, please cooperate here. 171 in the pool. um, and so it's going to take us like 20 per month. Uh, what do I want to say? It's going to take us like a year to rebuild this 11th East African. Um, disruption is really high, but we actually have a few things in good shape. Fatigue isn't bad. Even the worst is most of it's probably because of the assault, but also, well, I meant to say a lot of it's due to the malaria, and then morale, okay, isn't bad, and experience, we've got a few things with low experience. But we should be able to hold now. We don't have any forts, of course, we just got in here. So we're going to start building up forts. And again, we have 2 more divisions coming, as well as some support units. And, and we should be able to rebuild. Um, again, the worst of it was the 11th East African Division. If we can if we can maintain the rest of these, the assault value. Actually, let me click this. See, the 5th Chinese Corps is lost a bunch of assault value, but mostly due to disabled. 2nd and 14th British division are in a rough shape, and then again the 11th East African armor. Yeah, we're in similar bad shape. We gotta repair this equipment and things. But if you look here, support. I don't see support. But anyway, we got supplies. I guess let me pick one of these. Support 549, required 438. So we have a lot of support to pass around. So even though, for example, this support required is 942, we have enough in the hex to support this unit. And we have even more coming because just like we have more divisions and engineers and so forth, we have the 33rd Indian Corps. I have even more stuff coming. I just wasn't going to wait for it. For example, I mean, I'm not talking about engineers. I've got some tanks coming. Actually, I think the tanks might be coming over here because I want to make a push down this way, and I'm hoping. Look, He's moving up, likely to reinforce this. He won't be able to push us out of here, but he certainly will annoy us with. We won't be able to push him out either. So. Um, and 26th Indian Division. I'm not sure what this is doing, but we'll take a look at. Oh, that's right. It's just holding against a river crossing here. All right, let's jump back into the losses, and I'll try to be relatively brief as I lick my wounds here. So he lost a bunch of more Tojos. And well, we lost. Oops, I was already there. We lost three. That's it. Three versus. I'm gonna subtract through 10. So he lost. Quite a bit more than us. Now we did lose some B-24s. Now, by the way, though, that 11 might include or 10 Tojos might include some lost over Bangkok as well. But this wasn't a pretty day for us in the air at all by any means. And pilots, this was a costly day just all around, and the score will likely show it. But I haven't analyzed it yet. Let's look. I think we may not have sank that tanker. It may limp back and repair. But here you go. If you would like to see the recent losses over the last couple weeks. Okay, let me just cover some basics here. First, we're scheduled here to bombard Pohnpei. I'm going to also get these heavy bombers and basically have them all bomb, well, except for the ASW. We're going to have them all bomb the ground here, and then we'll also assault today. Because I think it's fine. It's time. Yeah, I guess I'm just bringing some engineers here. All right. And we are still unloading. Let's look at everybody. We're still unloading troops here. Uh, Close to level 3 airfield. I may push on till I may just keep doing airfield and flip to port when we max this out, something like that. But we have this guy is still unloading. Still a lot of stuff on the board the ship. I may have to move on and not wait for everything to be unloaded, but we'll see because it's kind of moot anyway because it's still unpacking. So I'm gonna wait for this stuff to unpack, then we'll move out and anything more that unloads, I guess it is what it is. Um, Yeah, it's half unloaded. One of the things is it's got heavy equipment and so forth, which is taking a long time unloading with this really bad port. All right. And we already talked about Burma and Thailand. We did an excursion here. Let's just go back, return, and let's just let's just go direct. All right, so ignore the surface threat, just go. And I already set these guys to press on. A lot of what attacked was not even here, but not in here when I pulled the trigger. So um, only about half of it was here to click, and tell them to attack. And so now we're we're in position to. These are in combat because they move so fast. They'll take only 2 days, even in combat mode, to get there. So I have them in combat mode to kind of go the same speed as the infantry. And we should get here in 2 days. Attack. There's two things here. I don't know exactly what, but we're going to fly recon. But if I can oust this whole area will be pocketed basically. He can slowly trickle supplies around, but that's going to be very consuming. And then also we can start moving down and capture these bases. And I can just leave a token defense here. And I'm trying to get some Chindits into this hex to protect our flank. And then I'll try to get some guys, to make sure it doesn't do any tomfoolery up here. And then China, of course, he's still trying to get whittle us down here at Changsha. We are definitely losing aircraft, but I'm gonna press on with what we got. We have 51 ready fighters, and I'm really trying to get these guys trained up. Still at 49, it's average. It's just really not bumping up fast enough. But what I might do is, again, when this drops enough, I'll just pull everybody out and bring in the Americans and go from there. He has attacked us here. I don't know why we're still holding on. If it's an I wouldn't call it a bug, but it might be these guys are considering themselves trapped enough to just fight to the, last man. So we'll find out though, because it was 1-to-1, which usually you can expect to hold on a 1-to-1. So we'll see soon enough. And otherwise, I think that's pretty much the situation. A very high level summarized situational thing. I will say, since it's October 1, I will look at this with you. Sometimes I do this. I don't know if I do it every time. I don't have a problem doing it. I just can't say I always do it. So we can look at what new things we got out here. So, for example, F4U1A. The reason I like these is because the service rating is now 2. The original ones are service rating 3. So that's going to be better, much better. Um, the A36 Mustangs are going to be starting to be made, and they're 6 per month. So that replacement rate is terrible. Basically, with this time frame, we'll get 24 of these before they flip to P51A Mustang. That makes me think of something. If they're upgrading to P51A Mustang, then chances are we will have production of them. But where do we get A36? Where do we upgrade to A36? I'll check that here in a second. Let me just finish what I'm looking at here. Spitfire 8 Australian. We're gonna get 20 per month. And these F4U1A. Basically the rest of the war, more or less, 78 per month. So we'll be able to have a lot of these guys flying around. This is going to be very nice fighters to have. Hurricane 4 British, Wildcat 5 British, Sea Fire 2C, Swordfish 2. But that's about it. We don't have a lot coming this month. But let's click this because I want to look for the A36. What is nothing? That's strange. Usually when you have a factory that is upgrading to it's under production rate. So for example, Let's pick the B-25C. The B-25C, that's a bad one, I guess. Okay, this one. Yeah, that's because I was looking at the Dutch. U.S. Army, we had something in this number here. And then the factories, this column here, upgraded to the B-25D1. And so however many were in this, maybe all 20, got moved to here, got reallocated to B-25D1. So when I see P-51A Mustang here, I expect there to be a factory number here, but I don't see one. So does that mean this 6? I've never seen one of these replace rates drop into the next section. But maybe that's what this will do. Maybe this replace rate will go from 6 to 9 to 15 and so on. But anyway, until we get there, there's no sense in stressing about it. In fact, wait a minute. When do we get these? P-51A we already have, so I don't. Yeah, we're already building these. So what is going on? P-51A to 144. Yeah, I don't know what this means, but I'm not stressing about it. I just wanted to talk about it because because of my experience. But I'm gonna kind of end that conversation now. We will get not just like with the A36s, we will get 24, not 24. We will get 4 more months worth, which is 36. So actually, we're gonna have 45 of these P-51As, which is not very much. But if but the P-51Bs, see this 30, will be making 30, so basically one per day. And then these 30 factories will upgrade to P-51D Mustangs. And so they'll drop down to basically it'll be 30 and 120. That's how I've seen. That's based on my experience. Um, and so we'll make several of these, like a couple hundred, give or take, maybe 300. But anyway, yeah, that'll be nice to get into action too, the P-51s. Although I do like the P-47s as well. I don't think we've seen them in action, but um, all right, I'll let you go. But thanks for joining me. And I think I've covered all of the things that I was most concerned about. I will say, uh, if we look at ETA, uh, yeah, everything's way out. But these CVEs I've already found are pretty nice and handy and useful. So that was a cool action there over Balikpapan, shooting down. Sorry, sinking a couple of cargo ships with torpedo bombers. Anyway, I'll see you next time as we begin October. Take care, everyone. Bye.